Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to rank every Pokemon card set released in the last 2 years from C tier all the way up to S tier. Now the interesting thing is we've actually had 12 Pokemon card sets released in the last 2 years. So if you think it feels like the machine is not slowing down and the Pokemon Company International just keep on pumping out Pokemon card sets, you are not wrong. There are so many Pokemon card sets being pumped out. And to talk you through it, if we rewind the clock back to Black and White era and XY era, what happened was we were getting 5 Pokemon card sets a year. Even back to all the way from back to EX era, we were getting 5 Pokemon card sets a year. And then all of a sudden it started to ramp up a little bit. We started to stagnate. And not stagnate, we started to differentiate between 5 and then 6, and then 5 and then 6, and then 5 and then 6. And now all of a sudden it feels like we're just going to continue to get 6 Pokemon card sets a year. Let's hope they don't bump it up to 7. That would seem like way too many. But long story short, Pokemon card sets have been going crazy, and we've actually had 12 sets out in the last 2 years, so let's jump in and rank them. All the way back to Paldean Fates. That is a set that was pretty much bang on or very close to 2 years ago. There's been no set released, inside that 2-year period. That is the oldest set inside that 2-year period. Now, Paldean Fates. Where does that rank? Well, let's talk about the set briefly. I'll bring all the sets up on the screen here. All of these graphics are off the Collector app, which is of course today's video sponsor. There will be a link in the description to download that app if you don't have it. Fantastic app, and look at the graphics, nice and clean and easy to use. But Paldean Fates, we've got 3 spectacular special illustration rares with a card that holds its own there in the Bubble Mew. It has a code name. Like any Pokemon card that picks up a code name is going to be generational. That will be a generational card in my opinion. It'll go down like, if you want one of the top hits from Scarlet and Violet, you need to have the Bubble Mew. Like that will be one of the top 5 generational cards from Gen 9 Scarlet and Violet era. Just like cards like Moonbryon, Lugia, and Giratina V and Gengar V Max are 4 of the generational cards from Sword and Shield. This will be one of the generational cards from Scarlet and Violet era. With all that in mind, coupled with a few nice baby shinies, where does it rank? It, in my opinion, ranks probably as an A-/A set. And maybe you might feel I'm being a little bit hard on this Pokemon card set because there are so many people that absolutely adore this Pokemon card set. And look, I probably didn't give it the credit it deserved, and it's testament to the fact that a point that I drive home is that Pokemon card sets can change over time. Like I remember doing a video on this set when it first came out, and I think I might have ranked it like a B+ set. And look, I think it is better than that. And as time's proven, cards can go up in price over time. People and the community's sentiment to cards can go up in time, and that can change the set's investability, as we've seen with Paldean Fates. So that's where I rank it on the list. Next set to come out was Temporal Forces. Now, this is a little bit of a harder set for me to rank. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as Paldean Fates. Now, keep in mind, Paldean Fates is a holiday set, so no booster box, and Temporal Forces is what we call a main set, so of course includes a booster box. How investable is it? Where does it rank on the scale? Well, Temporal Forces is a funny one. It's heavily driven by Gen 9 Pokemon. A lot of the times when it comes to investability in Pokemon card sets and top hits and expensive chase cards, and as frustrating as it might be, particularly if you're not of my generation, maybe you're a touch younger, it really always draws back to like the first 5 generations. If you have one of those hits inside your set, things of course like the fan favorite Pokemon, all the evolutions, Gengar, Dragonite, Charizard, like Mew, Mewtwo, you name it, like Lugia, Ho-Oh, those cards do bring value to a set, and that is one thing that Temporal Forces is missing. And as you can see, Gengar's evolution line, just having like a ghastly card in there, it is the second most expensive card in the set as an illustration rare. Why? Because it's a Gen 1 popular Pokemon, that's why. Where does it rank though for me? I think it's a B-. That's where I rank it on the set. Now, that's where I rank this set. You guys and girls at home might have some very different opinions on these Pokemon card sets than me. Next cab off the rank though is Twilight Masquerade. Twilight Masquerade, I wouldn't say I have a soft spot for this set, but I do love the main chase card from it. That Greninja to me as well is a generational card from Scarlet and Violet era. You might not think so, and that's perfectly fine, but for me, what I can see so far, it's like if we look back at Gen 9 and chase cards, it's going to be Bubble Mew, it's going to be Sunbryon from Prismatic, it's going to be Rocket's Mewtwo from Destined Rivals, and really, I think somewhere around there, you've got to put this Greninja from Twilight Masquerade. He's going to be one of the generational cards, in my opinion, from Scarlet and Violet era. Coupled with the fact that we have some nice trainer cards inside there. There's a beautiful Eevee card inside there. Look, I think it's better than a B. In my opinion, it's a B+ set, and I like the booster box. The booster box is a cool looking booster box, so it's a B+ for me. The next set, Shrouded Fable. Now look, this has the lowest total set value really out of pretty much any Scarlet and Violet set. It is a holiday set. Reprints or total printing runs seem to be very mismatched and difficult to find, and it was a weird release schedule. I don't think this is a good set. But I also have that weird feeling that it's going to be one of those sets in the future which just surprise people with how it performs. And for that reason, I don't want to give it a C, but it's probably a B- realistically. Maybe verging on a B, but probably a B-. I just have this feeling it's going to be one of those sets that go down as like just this fan favorite oddball set. And I've said all along, cards like the Persian and the Houndoom, like those are cards that are going to race up in value. They're videos that I was doing, pretty much 12 months ago saying these are good pickups as singles. And, that Persian has gone gangbusters. I think when I did that video, it was like an $11 or $12 card, and it's up around a $40 card now. Like, crazy. It's going to be one of those funny sets. Just got a funny feeling about it. Next set to come out was Stellar Crown. Now, Stellar Crown's a main set, of course, booster box, but quite a small set. Not too many chase cards inside there. Hit rates were relatively easy. Temporal Forces, Twilight Masquerade were the first main sets where hit rates sort of become a little bit more difficult for the special illustration rares because they're, larger sets. And then Stellar Crown dropped it back down. It is a smaller set with easier hit rates. The top chasers, the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle, which complement the Charmander from Obsidian Flames Elite Trainer Box. So both beautiful Pokemon cards in their own right. But not a great set. I don't think it's going to go down as one of those investable sets from Scarlet and Violet. Of course, it's still going to go up in value over time. And unfortunately, it's probably one of my worst ranked sets from the whole Scarlet and Violet era. I rank it as a C+. Next set out, Surging Sparks. This is where, I guess, the journey started to begin with Pokemon card set desirability, supply issues, pricing of sealed product coming out of the gate, super expensive. Surging Sparks was the precedent to all this. This was the set. Now, one of my gripes, and this is why I can't give it a super high score. I do love Surging Sparks. I do think it's an investable Pokemon card set. I just think they missed with the artwork a little bit. Like that Pikachu could have been so much nicer. Even the second top chase card, the Latios, could have been so much nicer. I love how it matches up with Latios. Latios and Latios, and I don't know whether that's some homage paid to Sun and Moon's beautiful card there of Latios and Latios, but I don't know. I just feel like the artwork missed a little bit on some of the top hits, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I think it's going to be a great investment long term. There are some haters on Surging Sparks. I don't think it's completely warranted. I do think it's a really nice set. The pull rate's again pushed out, being a slightly larger set. That's going to help the investability of this, like 1 in 1,000 packs to pull the Pikachu or the Latios. The Milotic is a beautiful looking card. I don't think the artwork missed there at all. For me, it's an A- set, maybe verging on B+/A-, but that's where it sits for me. Prismatic. This is again where the supply issues really started to become difficult. What did we do here? We bought out a fantastic, phenomenal Pokemon card set. This is an awesome set. All the evolutions, Shinji Kanda artwork, introduction of Pokeball and Master Ball Reverse Holos into English, the introduction of God Packs into English. This just is a home run in my opinion, and it's the only set that starts with an S tier in this. I don't think it's quite a full-fledged S tier, but it's an S- tier for me. It is one of the greatest sets from Scarlet and Violet. I think when people look back, they will rank this as one of the greatest Pokemon card sets from the whole generation of Scarlet and Violet, is S-. What's going to make it even better, or what even is an S tier set? Well, the best sets in my opinion, or the best set, although pull rates are damn difficult, was Evolving Skies. Like that is a proper S tier set. Is Prismatic as good as Evolving Skies? No. Imagine if it had a Rayquaza in it like Evolving Skies and a Dragonite. Like that's how good Evolving Skies is. Our next set to come out, Journey Together. This is one of those sets which are slightly better than what people give it credit for. Again, slightly smaller set, so our pull rates pull back. We can tell that before sets come out. That's why I was talking about Phantasmal Flames pull rates being, somewhat easy. I knew it was a smaller set. I knew people were going to be disappointed. I'm not disappointed because sometimes it's fun to have it easier to pull a card, but the harder it is to pull a card, like the more packs you need to open, then of course the more expensive those chase cards are going to be because they're rarer. There's not as many of them in existence. So Journey Together, slightly smaller set, slightly easier pull rates, but there are some really nice cards in here. Lily's Clefairy is beautiful, that Salamence is beautiful. There's things like an Articuno, and the Wailord artwork is cool. I think this is a little bit better than people give it credit for. A lot of people say, oh, it's it's D tier, C tier. I don't think it is. It's B minus in my opinion. Journey Together is a better Pokemon card set than people give it credit for. The most anticipated Pokemon card set in the last 2 years, Destined Rivals. As soon as people saw that Team Rocket logo leaked from the Japan side of things, everyone was going, whoa, like here we go. We're getting another Rocket set. It's been so long. We've had 2 Rocket sets. We've had, of course, the original Team Rocket set from Wizards of the Coast. Then during EX era, we had Team Rocket Returns, which was a fantastic Pokemon card set with some really dark artwork. And then 3 starters there in Gold Stars in Mudkip, Torchic, and Trico. It was just an absolute home run of a Pokemon card set. And Destined Rivals nearly lived up to expectations. I've picked some holes in this set, and this is not what this video is about, picking holes in Destined Rivals, because it's a good Pokemon card set. The top 4 chase cards are strong. The Rocket's Mewtwo looks phenomenal in person. The Ho-Oh is cool. It's so good to give Ho-Oh some time in the sun. It's so much there, or there's so much talk about Lugia. It's been a while since we've had a Ho-Oh card, so that's really cool. The Garchomp is cool. There's just lots of nice cards. Some Misty cards playing in here, but I do wish they played on the dark and light theme a little bit more. Like, if you're going to have a Rocket set, like truly make it dark. They did miss some tricks, and for that reason, I'm going to rank it as an A tier set. I do still think it's a phenomenal Pokemon card set, already proven by how quickly booster box price has risen up. Next, we had Black Bolt and White Flare. These are fantastic Pokemon card sets. Like, how good was it to have that many illustration rares? Hats off. Like, the hard part is though, if you're not a Gen 5 lover, like this set's just not going to resonate with you. It doesn't. That's where it misses. But in terms of a Pokemon card set, they've done a fantastic job to have the red Victini, to have the black and white cards, to have the special illustration rares, Shinji Kanda getting some more time in the sun with a beautiful Seismitoad card. Like, these are fantastic Pokemon card sets, and I think they're actually going to surprise people with how well they perform. The bad part, like I said, is if you're not a Gen 5 fan, probably means nothing to you. Like, if you don't know the Pokemon, you didn't grow up with them. If you do know the Pokemon and you did grow up with those games, this is your set. Like, this is your set getting some time in the sun, and for that reason, like, these are A-tier sets. They really are. The artwork inside these is phenomenal. Like, these sets kick some ass. Again, I'm not a Gen 5 lover. Those Pokemon don't resonate with me, so for that reason, maybe I'm missing a trick by not buying more Elite Trainer boxes of them. Next set, Mega Evolution. We came into a whole new era. We only got 2 sets to go. This was one of the best, if not the best base set we've seen in a very, very long time. Gold cards in Lucario and Gardevoir. Some awesome special illustration rares in more Gardevoir, more Mega Lucario, Venusaur, like Latias. Fantastic, fantastic base set. We're already seeing some of the singles prices started to dip, particularly those gold cards. It's going to be interesting to see how these new generation gold cards go, these new sort of hyper rares that we're bringing out. Pull rates are difficult on them. Like, it's 1 in 2,000 packs or something, which is just crazy. So that's going to make them rare in themselves and expensive cards. Fantastic base set, like B+/A- set. Well done, Pokemon, for actually finally being out a great Pokemon card set in a base set. Phantasmal Flames, the final and most recent set we've had in the last 2 years. This is really a 2-trick pony with a gold Charizard and a fantastic special illustration rare Charizard. I don't really need to go into much detail about this. I've just done 2 whole videos on Phantasmal Flames, and everyone knows my opinion on that Charizard, and everyone shares pretty much the same opinion, which is just how damn good looking that card is, both on a screen and in person. Like, it is just fantastic, phenomenal artwork. That is one of the greatest Charizard artworks we've ever had. Definitely the best artwork we've had in the last 10 years by a long shot. Like, hats off, great artwork. 1 in 400 packs is going to hurt it, like I've said before. Where will it stop? Where will it stay? It's losing money at the moment in the last month. I don't know, but a 2-trick pony, I've said all along with this booster box, what's going to happen is it's going to come out the gate hot, like it might sit around $300 US market price because everyone wants it, everyone wants to chase that Charizard. But it's probably going to stay there for a while it gets reprinted until it's out of rotation. And then look, it's going to jump up, but are 2 Charizards enough to pull this set up? No, but it's still like credit where credit's due. They're, especially that SIR, fantastic looking card. For that reason, I give this a B tier set for my eyes. Now, again, like I said, everyone at home probably has different opinions. Leave yours down below. I'm Michael. This is PokeOz. Thanks heaps for tuning in and showing the channel some support. I really, really appreciate it. Catch everyone next time.